Mga kababayan, at yung testigo ni Marcoleta po, si Gutesa, nagtago na. Na-found out yung affidavit kasi mga kababayan na peke yung notaryo. So peke din yung kanyang kwento. Di ba? Si Diskaya, ang sabi ni Diskaya doon sa investigation ng Blue Ribbon, wala niya akong direct knowledge na nag-uugnay kay Martin Romualdez. Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas. Ito ngayon yung breaking news po na napakagandang balita para sa ating mga mamamayang Filipino na sawang-sawa na sa korupsyon. Ayan o. Sabi dito sa report ng ABS-CBN, ICI recommends filing of cases versus following officials over the flood control scandal. So, nirekomenda na mga kababayan ang pagpa-file ng kaso laban kina dating DPWH Secretary, Yusek pala, Undersecretary Roberto Bernardo, Senator Joel Villanueva, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, former Congressman Saldico, COA Commissioner Mario Lipana, then former Caloocan Representative Mitch Kadyahon Uy. So yan po ang breaking news ngayon. So sa ginawang news conference ngayon mga kababayan, sinabi ni ICI Chairman Andres Reyes Jr., other officials included in the filing of complaints before the Office of the Ombudsman were Commission on Audit Commissioner Mario Lipana, former Congresswoman Mitch Kayon Uy, at saka si dating Yusek DPWH Roberto Bernardo. Sinabi po ni Reyes, the commission found the official were possibly involved in obtaining bribes or unwarranted monetary benefits from flood control project contractors. Ito po yung naging press con kanina ng ICI chairman na si retired Justice Andres Reyes Jr. Pakinggan natin mga kababayan yung ginawang press con kanina.
Today, October 29, 2025, we are already 44 days old. We will be submitting our interim report and recommendation to the Office of the Ombudsman on the alleged involvement of several incumbent and former members of the House of Representatives and the Senate in obtaining bribes or unwarranted monetary benefits from flood control project contractors. We recommended the filing of criminal and administrative charges against the following persons. 1. Former Undersecretary Roberto Bernardo. Number 2, Senator Joel Jose Villanueva. Number 3, Senator Jose Jinggoy Estrada Ejercito Jr. Number 4, former Congressman Elizalde Saldico. Number 5, COA Commissioner Mario Lipana. Number 6, former Congresswoman Mary Mitch Kahayon Uy. These persons have possibly committed these following violations: direct or indirect bribery, and corruption of public officials under Articles 210, 211, and 212 of the revised Penal Code. Corruption of public officers under Section 3B and 3E of the Public Act 3019. Plunder as defined and penalized under Section 2 of the Public Act 7080. Based on the testimonies and narrations of the witnesses, the scheme starts from the proponent, who is either a member of the Senate or of the House of Representatives, who will inform Engineer Alcantara that he or she has a budget allocated for infrastructure projects. Additionally, the scheme shall always involve flood control projects because the kickback is 25 to 30% and is higher than the kickback from other projects, which is only at 10%. From here, Engineer Alcantara will direct Engineer Hernandez to make a list of projects based on the budget that the proponent has. The list is then given to Juan Carlo Rivera, who will then transmit it either to the regional office in Bulacan or to the proponent itself. If the list was forwarded to the DPWH Regional Director, it will be included in the National Expenditure Program, or what we call NEP-NEP. On the other hand, if the list is given to the proponent itself, he or she would insert the projects in the House General Appropriations Bill called HGAB, or bicameral insertions wherein it would be reflected in the General Appropriations Act known as GAA. Once the projects were reflected in the NEP or GAA, Rivera will make a summary of the projects, while Engineer Alcantara would then choose the contractors who would then implement the project. This would trigger the payment or obligations or SOP to the proponent. An advance payment of 10% of the budget allocation when the NEP is released, while the remaining 15% will be paid off to the proponent when the GAA is passed. If the insertions were included in the GAA, the whole 25% SOP is given to the proponent. This 25% payoff is advanced by the contractors to ensure that the project will be awarded to them. Their testimonies and affidavits named above-mentioned government officials or former government officials as primarily involved with these violations. With this filing, we remain true to our commitment to the Filipino people. No one will be spared in this fight against corruption. Politicians and government officials will be investigated and charged by credible evidence. Those found responsible will face the consequences and held accountable under the rule of law. To aspiring criminals, crime will not and does not pay. We will continue to investigate, follow the evidence, pursue charges to the very last man involved. Justice will not be delayed this time. This is our promise to our countrymen. Thank you and good morning.
So hindi na po nag-entertain ng questions from the media si Justice Reyes. Nagpalabas lang siya ng statement. Ngayon, siyempre, sari-sari yung reaksyon ng mga netizens kasi gusto nilang ipin-down si Martin Romualdez. Ayan na, sabi ni Abraham Paypa, Romualdez mark safe, sabay tawa. Sabi nito ni Baldosa, where was the head, Crocs, Romualdez? Umatake na naman po yung mga DDS. Roland Andres Daton, asa name ni Romualdez, Diyos ko. Yes, sabi po ni Jaime de Castro, Martin Romualdez was not initially included in the initial list of individuals recommended for legal action in the flood control case because investigations, including those by the National Bureau of Investigation, did not find sufficient evidence to include him. While he is not among those recommended for a case build-up, he is still cooperating with the ICI. Maaring kung may matibay na ebidensya, walang gustong magturo na may kalakip na ebidensya. Correct, mga kababayan. At yung testigo ni Marcoleta po, si Gutesa, nagtago na. Na-found out yung affidavit kasi, mga kababayan, na peke yung notaryo. So peke din yung kanyang kwento. Di ba? Si Diskaya, ang sabi ni Diskaya doon sa investigation ng Blue Ribbon, wala niya akong direct knowledge na nag-uugnay kay Martin Romualdez. Yan yung malinaw na payag ni Curly Diskaya. Gusto ko pong linawin na wala po akong direktang transaksyon kina Martin. Speaker Martin Romualdez at Congressman ako, hindi po ako nagkaroon ng anumang transaksyon sa kanila. Lahat lang po ng mga sinasabi ko para makumpleto po ang aking sworn statement. Kaya nabanggit po ang mga pangalan na yon dahil yun po ang madalas na sinasabi ng mga kausap ko na politiko. Pero si Saldico po, kasama sa mga nirekomenda. Yan Former Yusek Roberto Bernardo ng DPWH, Joel Villanueva, Senador, Senator Jingo Estrada, former Congressman Saldico, COA Commissioner Mario Lipana, former Caloocan Representative Mitch Kahayon Oy. Diba? Walang ebidensya kasi na nakita. Kay Saldico siguro may nakita. Kaya nirekomend ng ICI. Pero kay Martin Romualdez walang nakita na ebidensya. Nagbabase kasi sila po sa ebidensya. Hindi sa kung ano-anong mga kwento-kwento lang. Per se. Dating justice po itong si Andres Reyes Jr. na dating appointee po ni Digong. Appointee siya ni Digong, kaya bakit ninyo pagdududahan ang kanyang pagiging objective and independent sa pag-iisip? Appointee siya ni Digong dati. At si Babe Singson na mga kababayan, dating appointee ni Pinoy. Diba? So, walang kinalaman sa Marcos administration. Kaya tama itong sinabi ni Dennis Marquez Lozano Sabino. Any claim niya that is not supported by concrete, verifiable evidence must be regarded as an unfounded accusation. We maintain that all matters must be dealt with through a fair and transparent process where solid proof, not conjecture or hearsay, is the standard. We stand against any attempt to unfairly malign an individual's character. Sabi ni MJC Del Villa, Chis Escudero, wala. Hindi pa. Pero si Chis Escudero po, nakapirma doon sa BICAM report. Kaya malamang, mga kababayan sa mga susunod, initial pa lang ito na recommendation na filean po ng kaso ng ombudsman. Malamang sa susunod pong mga araw, sa next batch po, kasama na si Chis Escudero. Meanwhile, ito muna yung initial na mga pangalan na pinapakasuhan, mga kababayan, ng Independent Commission on Infrastructure. Okay pa? Ayan lang muna yung ating short video ngayon.